If you ever dunked fries in purple Heinz or chugged a soda that looked like windshield washer fluid, congrats, you survived peak 90s food chaos. This is Cringe Capsule, your weekly rewind of lovable mistakes. We're serving the era's boldest edible experiments, from Crystal Pepsi's colorless cola to Wow Chips' infamous side effects. It's a full-tasting flight of products that proved good marketing can't save bad flavor. Heinz EZ Squirt, when ketchup went full Crayola, 2000 to 2006. At the turn of the millennium, Heinz asked a question nobody posed. What if your French fries oozed Shrek slime? The answer was EZ Squirt, ketchup dyed radioactive hues, blasting green, funky purple, later electric blue, and bottled in a kid-sized squeeze rocket to encourage edible finger painting. The gimmick launched in 2000 with a cross-promo for Shrek. Kids begged, parents surrendered. Heinz moved over 10 million bottles in 7 months. Their biggest ketchup bump since the squeeze bottle itself, commercials showed tots doodling mustard sunset landscapes on burgers, while a narrator insisted it tasted just like regular Heinz. Translation, close your eyes, ignore the mold green goop. But novelty has a shelf life. By 2003, the thrill of sliming chicken nuggets wore off. Moms realized purple blobs on a dinner plate resembled something the dog coughed up. Schools nixed it for staining lunch trays. And adults, Heinz's real bread and butter, wanted their ketchup to match tomatoes, not the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. Heinz tried new shades, Stellar Blue, Passion Pink, and even a tie-in giveaway with Spider-Man. Sales still slid faster than EZ Squirt down a hot fry. In 2006, the company quietly pulled the plug, later calling the product a fun chapter we'll never reopen. Today, unopened bottles sell on eBay for absurd prices. Contents separated into crimson sludge and neon plasma, an accidental science fair on why food coloring plus nostalgia equals fond memories, but rarely repeat purchases. Farewell, funky purple. You were weird, you were messy, and you proved fries don't need a makeover. Crystal Pepsi, the clear cola that proved transparency isn't always tasty. 1992 to 1994. Picture 1992. Grunge tops the charts. Every gadget's labeled extreme, and food scientists are bleaching whatever isn't nailed down. Pepsi joins the purity parade with Crystal Pepsi, a caramel color-free soda pitched as clear choice, clear mind, clear cola. Same sweetness, zero tint, plus a Super Bowl ad blasting Van Halen's Right Now to sell the future in a bottle. For 3 shimmering months, curiosity ruled. Shoppers bought 6-packs just to watch Grandma's face when cola poured out looking like Sprite. Pepsi moved $474 million in year 1, then the taste reviews hit. Turns out caramel color hides more than just, well, color. It masks flavor quirks. Critics described Crystal as flat Pepsi with a lifesaver's aftertaste. Coke retaliated with the self-imploding Tab Clear, marketed mainly to sabotage Crystal's crystal clear niche. Consumers, meanwhile, realized pure didn't equal good and sprinted back to the familiar brown fizz. By spring 1994, Crystal Pepsi vanished, joining New Coke in the Beverage Witness Protection Program. Pepsi filed the flop under bold innovation and moved on to things that actually taste like cola. Still, the clear legend refused to die. Limited nostalgia re-releases in 2016 and 2022 sold out instantly, proving that failure ages like fine, well, like fine soda syrup. Moral of the story, some trends are better seen than sipped. But for one shining moment, every 90s kid held a bottle of transparent cola and believed they were drinking tomorrow, right now. Tab Clear Coke's transparent revenge plot, 1992 to 1995. Now that you remember when Crystal Pepsi showed up on shelves looking like spa water but tasting like caramel-flavored deja vu, Coca-Cola's response was to lean over the cubicle wall and mutter, "Hold my beeper." Enter Tab Clear, a totally see-through cola that managed to confuse grocery store clerks, dentists, and focus groups in record time. The pitch sounded simple: ride the early 90s purity craze. If clear soaps and Zima could sell, why not clear cola? While torpedoing Crystal Pepsi at the same time. Internally, Coke even called it a kamikaze brand. They slapped the well-known Tab logo on frosty silver cans. amped up the caffeine and told Gen X slackers this was the diet soda for nonconformists who still wanted a sugar buzz. There were just two tiny problems. One, the flavor was weird. Not Pepsi, not Sprite, more like flat Diet Coke with a whisper of melted lifesavers. Taste testers reportedly asked if the syrup hose had been cleaned. 2. Tab already screamed mom's aerobics class, not cutting edge cool. Slapping clear on it didn't make the baggage disappear. It just let everyone see the baggage better. Curiosity moved a few million cans, but by 1994, supermarket aisles were littered with dust-coated six-packs. Coke quietly pulled the plug, claiming they'd completed the experiment. Translation: mission accomplished. Crystal Pepsi tanked, and Tab Clear followed it into soda purgatory. Today, unopened cans fetch eBay prices that suggest collectors enjoy the taste of irony. Orbitz Soda, the lava lamp. You could drink. 1997. Walk into a 90s convenience store, spot a bottle that looks like a science fair snow globe, and congratulations, you've found Orbitz. This Canadian soft drink experiment stuffed neon gelatin balls inside fruit-flavored, vaguely medicinal syrup, promising texturally enhanced refreshment. Translation: gulping, it felt like chugging cold shampoo full of floating Skittles. The pitch was pure space-age optimism. Clearly Canadian, the brand, not the nationality, marketed Orbitz as the beverage of the future. No carbonation, no caffeine, just suspended microspheres defying gravity like a desktop lava lamp. Flavors: pineapple, banana, cherry, coconut, lychee, and the all-timer vanilla orange. Names that sounded like someone emptied a lip smacker's gift set into a beaker. Kids begged their parents for a bottle, shook it, filmed the blob dance on camcorders, then tasted it. Reviews ranged from liquid gummy worms to NyQuil with fish eggs. Adults balked at the $1.29 novelty price, and stocking fragile glass bottles full of gelatin proved a logistical nightmare. Within a year, retailers were discounting Orbitz to 10 cents just to clear shelf space, and by 1998, the drink vanished faster than Beanie Baby resale value. Yet its legend lingers. Unopened bottles sell on eBay for $50 plus, the bobbing spheres now fossilized like Jurassic Park amber. Orbitz taught us an eternal lesson. Just because you can drink your desk toy doesn't mean you should. But for one gloriously weird summer, every 90s kid tried, then quietly poured it down the sink while the blobs kept floating unfazed. Frito Lay Wow Chips, the snack that literally came with a warning label, 1998. Picture peak 90s diet culture. Low-fat Snackwell's cookies, 8-minute abs, and slim fast for lunch. Into this calorie-counting carnival waltzed Frito Lay with a miracle promise. Wow! Chips, made with the brand new fat substitute Olestra. Same salty crunch, zero absorbable fat, zero guilt. What could go wrong? Spoiler, your intestines. Olestra is a synthetic molecule so large the body can't digest it. Awesome for waistlines, disastrous for plumbing. Early FDA tests flagged gastrointestinal events, but Frito-Lay bet Americans would trade a little turbulence for fat-free Doritos. Bags hit shelves in '98 with a bold, FDA-mandated disclaimer: may cause abdominal cramping and loose stools. Translation: prepare for anal leakage, a phrase late-night hosts devoured like, well, chips. Consumers initially did too. $347 million in first-year sales, the biggest snack launch ever. Then reality and bathrooms struck. Horror stories circulated. White pants ruined at barbecues, soccer moms sidelined mid-carpool, the Center for Science in the Public Interest petitioned for stricter labels after tallying hundreds of incidents. Sales slid faster than, we'll refrain. By 2003, the product was rebranded Light, and Olestra quietly phased out. Today, wow! Chips are a punchline in marketing textbooks. Proof that if your snack's side effects read like a prescription laxative, no amount of fat-free bliss can save it. Yet there's nostalgia too. Every 90s kid remembers daring a friend to eat a whole bag before gym class. In the end, wow! Chips gave us an important life lesson. Sometimes the real price of guilt-free is printed right under the nutrition facts. Fruitopia, Coca-Cola's Trippy Juice box for teen philosophers, 1994 to 2003. Before Gen Z had Celsius and millennials had vitamin water, 90s teens were seduced by Fruitopia, Coca-Cola's attempt to bottle grunge-era enlightenment in Dayglow juice form. Launched in 1994, the brand promised imagination, peace, and strawberry passion splashed across vending machines that looked like Lisa Frank swallowed a lava lamp. Every flavor read like a coffee shop poetry slam. Strawberry passion awareness, tangerine wavelength, fruit integration. The labels featured kaleidoscopic fruit collages and random Zen koans. Gaze deeply into the raspberry vortex. TV spots riffed on beat poet voiceovers and swirling CGI mangoes, backed by music from the Cocteau Twins. Coca-Cola reportedly poured $30 million into the launch, convinced Gen X would trade soda for spiritual nectar. For a hot minute, we did. Frutopia claimed shelf space next to Snapple, and high school cafeterias displayed hallucinogenic posters of oranges in outer space. Then reality set in. Despite the hippie branding, each bottle packed more sugar than a Coke. Critics dubbed it fruit-flavored diabetes. Schools balked, and snapbacks replaced tie-dye. By 2001, US sales had tanked 60%. Coke tried a makeover, new bottles, less sugar, even a subline in McDonald's fountains, but the vibe had moved on. By 2003, Frutopia quietly merged into Minute Maid or vanished entirely, though a few flavors still survive in Canada and Australian vending machines like relics from a neon planet. Today, finding an unopened Frutopia on eBay is like spotting a Tamagotchi in the wild. Instant nostalgia hit, slight cavity risk. And if you ever drank Kiwi Berry Ruckus while journaling about world peace, congratulations, you were the marketing department's exact spirit animal. McDonald's Arch Deluxe, the $200 million grown-up burger that nobody wanted, 1996. Mid-90s McDonald's had a quarter-life crisis. The suits decided Ronald's clown energy was scaring off sophisticated Gen X diners, so they spent a reported $150 to $200 million, the GDP of a small nation, creating the Arch Deluxe, a burger for adults with discerning tastes. Translation: a quarter pounder wearing a monocle. The recipe sounded fancy on paper: a potato flour bun, peppered bacon, leaf lettuce, not shredded iceberg, heavens no, and the star, deluxe sauce, a Dijon mayo blend hyped like it came from a Parisian bistro instead of a Midwest test kitchen. Ads showed kids spitting it out. It's for grown-ups. While Ronald played golf and pool in business casual, presumably updating his LinkedIn. Problem 1, price. At about $3, steep for 1996 fast food, it sat awkwardly between value meals and real restaurant burgers. Problem 2, taste. Most customers described it as fine, I guess, damning words for a product that cost more than Toy Story to launch. Franchisees hated the extra prep steps, drive-through times ballooned, lettuce wilted under heat lamps like a twice-divorced dad at a Jimmy Buffett concert. Sales tanked. Within 2 years, the Arch Deluxe quietly disappeared, the sauce demoted to occasional McRib cameo duty. McDonald's later called it their biggest flop, but marketers still study it as a cautionary tale. You can't lecture customers into feeling fancy while they're eating in a plastic booth. Still, shout out to the Arch Deluxe for reminding us that even a global clown empire can overthink a hamburger. And that's the tasting menu. Proof the 90s let marketing departments run wild in our pantries. If you cringed, chuckled, or suddenly crave ordinary red ketchup, hit like, smash subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next course of nostalgic weirdness. Drop your favorite food flop, or the one we missed, in the comments below, and we'll add it to the grocery list for part 2. This is Cringe Capsule, signing off and chasing everything with a very normal glass of water.